So finally, we are jumping into Sarada backstory, into Sarada material. A lot of people have been asking me, Double Four, when are we going to get the Sarada Spring Special in the anime? And it's right ahead. A lot of people are telling me that they're tired of everything focusing in on Boruto and his dojutsu and all the academy stuff with Sumire, and that's okay because it's about to come to an end and we're about to jump into the Shin arc. Now, a lot of people don't remember this guy, and I don't blame them because it's been 2 years, but this is the next major villain in the Boruto anime. And this guy has actually been somewhat involved in Sarada's backstory because he was there for, what, like 10 chapters? So he was introduced in the second chapter of the Sarada Spring Special, and they took him out by the end, and it was like 10 chapters. So he's going to be here for some time. How are they going to translate that over into the anime? I don't know. Maybe around 5 episodes, I'm guessing. All the people complaining, what about Sarada? What about Sarada? We're finally going to be thrown into an arc with Sarada, and we're going to see Sasuke again a lot more. In fact, I mean, he's the one that's really going to be affected by Shin Uchiha, the first guy, and then like by the end, he's pulling out Susanoo, right? Now, I'm not going to, give you guys any more major spoilers. If you want to read the manga, go read it, because I know there's going to be anime-only viewers who are going to be watching this, and I don't even really want to talk too much about what Shin Uchiha is. A lot of people were making speculations that this dude was Shisui Uchiha, the guy that was fucked over and basically committed suicide. People, I'm guessing, think that he survived and now he's back with a vengeance to screw over the Hidden Leaf Village for whatever reason, which would make no sense. But then again, there are some other things that don't really make sense as well in the Boruto series. For instance, Sumire's father basically being a part of the Foundation, an organization that wants to protect the Hidden Leaf Village, and because Danzo's gone, now let's bombard the Hidden Leaf Village and let's get, revenge on the Hidden Leaf Village because I was betrayed and, the people connected to the Foundation were persecuted, so let's just destroy everything, right? Makes a lot of sense. Ironically, this guy's also connected to Danzo. He became obsessed with the Uchiha, not Shisui Uchiha, Itachi Uchiha, right? And he basically had an entire body filled with Sharingans. Actually, his right arm was preserved by Orochimaru and was transplanted to Danzo, as well as with some Hashirama cells. I'm guessing so that, his arm wasn't rejected, like the body didn't reject the arm and shit like that. So, in a way, this guy is somewhat responsible for Danzo's power. Think about that. Shin, who was renamed Shin Uchiha, is connected to one character in the series. And I'm not going to spoil that character, but all of you probably know who it is. I mean, if it's Danzo, if it's experiments, if it's the Sharingan, who is obsessed with the Sharingan, right? I'm not going to say the name, but everybody should know it at this point in time, because I feel like, man, I love you anime-only viewers too much that I'm not going to spoil this, but I kind of want to. Now, this guy actually harvested the Mangekyo Sharingan. However, he doesn't have a traditional Mangekyo Sharingan because he's not an Uchiha. So basically, this dude with his Mangekyo is able to telekinetically control tools and basically imagine you have a big giant blade and you throw it somewhere. This dude with this eye could basically bring it out whenever he wants and just start raping people with it. Now, you might think that that's not really that amazing of an ability, but when you have a bunch of different clones who could potentially do the same thing, maybe to a lesser extent, it becomes quite troublesome, to the point to where, again, Sasuke had to pull out Susanoo, a real-ass Mangekyo Sharingan ability, against this dude. And in a way, I also understand the people who are too excited about this guy because they feel like this is just a sad attempt at rehashing the Uchiha, right? I mean, the Uchiha are pretty much wiped out. There's not many of them left, right? It's pretty much only Sasuke. Obviously, there's Sarada who's mixed, right? And I'm not saying that it's going to go extinct, but I'm just saying that, the only true Uchiha left is pretty much Sasuke, if you think about it, right? So this is almost a sad attempt at bringing the Uchiha back without an Uchiha, right? Because this is a dude that was basically an experiment. He got super obsessed with the Uchiha, specifically Itachi. He tried to basically become Itachi Uchiha, right? And I mean, this guy is a fan favorite in the series, so it's understandable why they want to, create a character that is obsessed with Itachi and not create a character who is obsessed with Obito. But why are we constantly going back to the Sharingan, to the Uchiha, to Danzo, to experiments? Can we have unique villains with unique abilities, and I feel like a lot of people do have legitimate complaints when they talk about that, because in a way, this is an attempt at bringing the Uchiha back to life and making them relevant again as villains. Now, one thing about the Uchiha's core belief system is that it was somewhat rooted in survival of the fittest and Darwinism, right? Many of the Uchihas actually adopted that way of thinking, and now you've got an experiment who's also adopted that way of thinking. So this new major villain, this upcoming villain in the Boruto series, is a straight-up Darwinist. And he sees the Naruto world as a cancer, the one today, because it's a peacetime, right? There's no fighting going on, or the fighting's minuscule, there's no major wars, and this character views evolution as a result of suffering, wars, and fighting. So because we're in this peacetime, he basically feels like, yo, this species, this human species, is gonna die out. Y'all are messing things up. Like, y'all need to suffer more. Y'all need to bring back the fighting so you could evolve. That's the way this dude thinks. And I'm not going to sit here and argue and debate whether or not that's the right philosophy, the wrong philosophy. I'm just excited to jump into this arc, to get some Sarada development, to see Sarada figure out who her real mommy is, and also just to fix some stuff up with Sasuke, because those two really don't have a good relationship at this point. It's almost non-existent. Are you guys hyped about this upcoming arc? Are you excited to see Shin in action, Shin Uchiha? Or do you think he's just going to be another forgettable character that will have really no relevancy in the long run of the story? Now, I think he's not going to have much relevancy in the long run of the story, but I'm still interested to see what he